So you just got a new GX CS4 pump or CS4 I pump and it's not working. Okay, first off, that's very frustrating and I apologize that that happened to you. Secondly, I think that chances are you can fix it in less than 5 minutes without that much effort. So let me walk you through. I had a similar problem partway through my ownership of this one, which I've had for, I believe, over a year now. It just stopped working all of a sudden. And so I decided to check it out. It actually stopped working in the middle of a previous video, so you can go check it out there. But you're probably here because the algorithm led you to this video because you're having some issues with yours. So let's get started. Just get a screwdriver, and we're gonna start by taking off all of the black screws on the exterior. Now, if I recall, all of the screws are the same length, which I greatly appreciate. And so you don't need to keep them in order. At least I don't, and it's worked fine for me. So if you really want to, you can keep them in order. There are 5 on this side panel here. And if you don't want to watch me undo the screws, that's totally fine. Just skip ahead 10 seconds or something. This is for people who aren't sure where all the screws are. Stick those in there. And then there's 3 on this side. There you go. Now, and 2 on top. Now, when you go to pull it off, oh, missed the 2 on the bottom there. There we go. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, when you go to take it off, don't just take this off like that. You need to pull it over the top of this first disc. And then you can just gently slide that up. And now you can see the whole guts of the machine. So, let's take a closer look. You have your coolant reservoir, you have your pressure needle, all that kind of stuff. But my guess where something isn't working for you is right over here. Now, there's a bunch of different little connections here. You honestly don't even really need to worry about which one is connecting where. But chances are one of these popped loose. For me, it was the power ones right down here for the power inverter. So make sure these are nice and tight. Also, make sure this is unplugged before you start working on this. Don't electrocute yourself. And then over here, there's a chance that it's one of these where it plugs into your board. Let's see if you can see that. So right in here, there's a bunch of connections going into the board. Just make sure all of these are plugged in. There's only one plug for each connection. And they should all be at least close to where they should be plugged in if one has come loose. So check all of those. After you've done that, I would be willing to bet that your machine is good to go. So also put it back together before you turn it on. Maybe this is just me being paranoid, but I like to have a nice sheet of steel between me and a compressor that is going to be producing in excess of 4,500 psi of air, because that's called a bomb ready to go off. So do that, then just attach your screws, and if you know how to put the screws in at this point and aren't interested in whatever other pump trivia comes to mind, feel free to leave the video. That's basically what we've got. Aside from anything that I come up with while I put this back together. But if you have any questions, any concerns or anything, hit me up in the comments. But if at this point you're still having issues after connecting everything, making sure it's working well, then it's probably time to go talk to GX support. I'm happy to help in the comments. And there's also a good Facebook group for these pumps, as well as probably groups on most social media platforms. So definitely reach out in the comments if you have more issues. I do have occasional contact with the manufacturer and can get you sorted if they listen to me. But typically they've been pretty good for support, especially if you order it through something like Amazon, which I would recommend, because then if you have issues, you always have Amazon returns if needed. But we're just about done here. to go. Missing a screw. There we go. Sweet. So, there you go. After doing all that, your pump should be good to go. If it's not, then reach out in the comments, reach out to support, and if I can't help you out, then hopefully support can.